Hey, what's up everybody, it's Austin, and today, well, we're back out here working on the Volkswagen Jetta. As you saw last time, we cleaned up a little bit on the interior, and, well, I didn't show you guys, but we got the fuel pump out, and we figured out what the issue was. It was the contacts. I had originally thought I was going to go to the parts store, and, well, that didn't happen. Ooh, look, rock. Alrighty, so we have the fuel pump brought inside. I got my multimeter over there on it, but Randy's working on the Cornet today. He's doing work. Good job, Randy.
Yeah.
Something you never do.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just joking. I promise you. Randy is... see, this is like the behind-the-scenes stuff. Randy does a lot of work, and it's not even on camera. His camera's over here. Look at that. Not even recording it. He's just wanting to get it done so he can have the good content for you guys. Not the super boring doing all that. You guys will see it. You guys will see it. But we do have the multimeter hooked up on the fuel pump. And we are getting a little bit when it is pushed down onto the contact. So we can see it changing. Resistance. I think that's resistance, correct? I believe so. So it is working. I believe the contacts are either just not touching in the fuel tank or something. So we're gonna bend the contacts a little bit, and then we'll go from there. We'll put it back in. We'll see if we get a fuel level. So before we put it in, I did want to go and show that the contacts, let me see if I can get this a little bit better. There you go. The contacts for the fuel pump are now touching now. So I did notice that this piece right here, which would hold this contact in place in this swing arm, it allows that contact to move up and down a little bit. So it'll have contact sometimes, but sometimes it won't. So as you saw, we bent those out, and what I'm going to do, and it might not be for the best interests of the pump, but we're going to go ahead and plug this in real quick. Plug it in right there. Maybe. There we go. Plug it in. And we're going to put this on full. So we'll swing that all the way up like that. Let's go ahead. Come around here. Let's see, do I have the keys in my pocket? That's the real question. Of all the keys in my pocket, I do have the Volkswagen key. Look at that. So now, when we come in here, we should be able to, I'll just bring you guys around over here. Should be able to put the key in, hear the pump start, and the fuel gauge should go up. So the pump doesn't have an issue. The pump and the gauge don't have an issue. It was just the contacts on the basket or whatever you want to call it. I would like to say though, this fuel pump is under a limited lifetime warranty for manufacturing defects. That, in my opinion, is a manufacturing defect. And I was told today by Advanced that I could not get a lifetime warranty on a fuel pump or fuel pump assembly because it still pumps fuel. Now, for me, I think that is some bull stuffing or some BS, but if the part is faulty, whether it be the fuel pump, the basket itself for the sending unit, but if any part of that is faulty, then you should be lifetiming it out. I shouldn't have to come back to a shop. I shouldn't have to try to fix it myself. It's a brand new part. So that was a little aggravating, but it works now, and that is important because once this car is good to go, then it will be sent down the road with a working fuel pump, working gauge for the fuel level, And one more person aggravated with an auto parts store just saying that, hey, what do you mean I can't lifetime my part? That should be lifetimed. But I digress. We're going to unplug the fuel pump just so it's a little bit easier to get in there. We're going to put the fuel pump right here. And we'll wipe it off before you put it in the tank. But when I did leave, because I had to bring that fuel pump into town to go pick it up, put a little bit of a plastic bag here so we didn't get a big, cabin filled with gas fumes smelling up the interior. It does have a little bit of a gas smell, but it's from the little excess that came out of one of the two lines. So we're going to go ahead and get that plastic bag out of there. We're going to put the fuel gasket ring thing on the fuel pump, put it in, plug everything back up, and then hopefully, it should be good to go. So, I will say, before you do this job, you might want to wear some gloves. It'll give you a pretty nasty cut. I mean, I don't know if you can see that, but it's that's a pretty big one. I'm going to go ahead and try to tighten this up a little bit more, and then we'll get it locked down. We'll throw the hardware back in it, and then we should be good to go. It was a little tough. There's an extra little lip on that ring gasket that goes around the fuel pump housing, or the sending unit, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, watch out. These edges are just a little bit sharp, especially if you're not paying a huge amount of attention to it. So I learned another lesson. This car will be mean to you. Before I completely close all of this up, it is all buttoned up. It is locked in with the locking ring. We got everything clicked into place. So let's go ahead, grab the key one more time, double check, make sure that our gauges are still working, because that was the whole point of fixing those contacts. So let's go ahead and jump in here, switch around hands, put the key in the ignition, and we'll check real quick. Alright, please. Hey, there we go. Hey, there we go. So it looks like she just needs a little bit of time to charge up. Jeez, door, why are you binging at me so much? So, man, this is nice. Okay, so now we have our fuel gauge level. That's awesome. Let's see if we can. No? What's going on here, buddy? Well, we're gonna have to look at that now. What am I doing wrong here? I don't know. What am I doing wrong here? Am I supposed to be pushing something the right way? Are they locked up now? Let's go ahead and take this car for a drive real quick. This clutch is actually super forgiving. I've actually really enjoyed driving this car for its clutch. I'm gonna leave it in first, and I'm just not gonna push on the gas, and we'll see what I just let off the clutch all the way. Nice. This would be a nice first car for somebody, in my opinion. A nice first manual, at least. And we do still have good gauge readings on the fuel level. That's awesome. And our windshield wipers are still not working. We're going to go ahead and take this car for a little bit of a round the block kind of thing. But hey, it's working now. We have our gauges. That's the most important part for me, at least, because I like to know where the fuel is at in my tank. So let's go ahead and take her around the block real quick, and I'll be right back with a little bit of an update. Alrighty, so we made it back to AAR HQ, and this, you know, with the exception of the interior issues and everything like that, this car is actually really nice. I haven't had any more issues with the car stalling out. We didn't even have to check the grounds. I believe the battery is bad though. It always seems to be a little low on the charge, so I don't know what happened there, but I think the battery is bad again. So there is a new thing we do have to address, and I'll probably address it off camera. Honestly, it's probably a fuse, but our windshield wipers aren't working. Alrighty, so it is buttoned back up. We are missing one of the screws. That's okay. We're gonna have to try to see if we can find that in the vacuum. Might have gotten sucked up in the last video when we cleaned up the interior just a little bit. The interior could use a shampoo, and the plastics aren't that great. It is a little dark outside, as you can tell, but after I got the fuel level gauge working on this, we did a brake job. Well, Randy did a brake job on the Dodge Coronet. It needed to get the brakes bled, and unfortunately, well, it's time for me to leave, and Randy's still working on that. He's inside taking a second to cool off, but we're gonna go ahead and move this back over to the well, I really wanted to clean this today. Next time, when I have a little bit more time to come down here, I will try to come and get this thing cleaned up. It's not going to look immaculate. As you can tell, there's still some clear coat peel, and again, this is just a little bit of a quick flip car, honestly. But let's go ahead and bring this car back over to the family of cars hanging out on the other side of AAR HQ, and we'll let her take a nap for a little bit. Well, I guess all it took was a slam of the door, and now the windshield wipers are working. Okay. I guess that is some German engineering right there. I probably see it, they are working. This car, all I gotta say is this car is different. I'm learning. This car is making me learn. So I'm gonna go ahead, like I've been saying, bring it over there to the line of cars, park it over there, and the next time I can get down here, I'll try to see if I can work on fixing some of these little interior things. But if not, that's okay. We will give the outside of the car a bath, and then we'll probably list it up for sale. I don't know, how much do you guys think, man, can I speak to, I don't think I can speak today. How much do you guys think I should list this for? Now, just go ahead and put it down in the comments. I'm sure some people will be like, well, it's trash. Well, we could cut the roof off of it, or we could sell it, make a little bit of money to help fund some of the other projects on this channel. I don't know. Just you guys let me know. How much do you think we should sell it for on Facebook Marketplace? So let's go ahead and end off this video with a couple things that, we kind of figured out today. One, well, fuel pump assemblies don't come from the manufacturer working. Auto parts stores won't warranty them out unless the fuel pump isn't working itself. So the whole sending unit could be broken, but they won't warranty it if any of the other components are broken. So only the fuel pump breaks, then you can warranty it. Makes no sense to me, but alrighty. But now that the Volkswagen Jetta is driving, the windshield wipers somehow automatically started working. I shook them a little bit and then slammed the driver's side door, and well, they work now. So with all of that said and done, now it really just needs a bath. Man, this is dragging out more and more and more, but it will get a bath. I'll show it to you guys. Hopefully you guys will let me know how much you guys think it should be sold for. I got a price up here. But we'll see. We'll see if we can get what we want for it. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.